Okay, so we're back again. And this time we're going to look at a very different type of learning management site that has a very heavy theme-oriented subject matter. And if we click on this button, this link right here, and I'm just going to open it in a new window. This particular site is the site that I just recently used to teach chemistry and other STEM-related sciences to high school students. And this is also a WordPress site. And so you'll see that there's visually very different. The last site that we looked at did not have a blog feature, where at the very beginning, as soon as students can log on to the site, there's something media driven, something interactive that the students could watch. As a matter of fact, that video right there is a video of me walking around the classroom showing the students one last time what it was like to be in their classroom before the government kicked everybody out. You'll notice that every single day there is a post, and there's something visual to grab the attention. The subject matter of the visual is either a video or a link to something that is connected to the curriculum, but not necessarily something that is the curriculum. This is, I don't know if there's a term for it. Maybe we'll call it bait, attention bait, where they look at this and they go, oh, this looks interesting. And there's extra videos and things. And yeah, of course, the occasional GIF meme. If they want to see more, there's an aspect of the program that allows you to go back. And if you want to see more of, let's say, content that we were doing last semester when there was, work to be done. So you can see that the posts look very different because in this case, the kids were in class. Now, maybe you're thinking to yourself, why in the world would you have a site that could be used completely online and completely self-driven and then have them in the class with you? And my response to that is, well, why not? And the benefit to it is that this particular system, and I'm going to zoom in here just a tad, this particular system, which was built on, let's say, WordPress, and it used a different learning management system, which I'm going to show you here in a second. We'll click on where it says login. I'm going to click on that, and it'll take me to where I can log in. And it's going to take me back to the dashboard. Now, you'll notice this looks a little different, but the layout is exactly the same. Now, I can change the colors and options and things that I want, and you'll notice that a lot of the same plugins are here. Like there's the Elementor plugin. Here's the WordFence plugin. And if we scroll down here, the Simple History plugin that tells what's been going on here for the last, I don't know, I can go back a really long way. So if we went to day 115, then I can see exactly what updates were made, who have made the updates, and what time they were made. I can also see what students are doing through here, which is kind of interesting. Again, you'll notice that on the WordPress menu site here, posts, media, pages, comments, things that are all very similar. Now, the LMS used for this particular system is called Sensei, and it is free. Now, it has aspects that you can pay for that are fancier, but it's free. And I'm going to go back here for a second, and I'm going to show you some of the other plugins that were used in WordPress to help increase engagement in this curriculum. Now, where I work, as crazy as it sounds, not a lot of people enjoy chemistry. As a matter of fact, they rather don't like it. So this theme, the idea of teaching chemistry in a way that teaches them how to use chemistry to survive the end of the world, is a theme that was used to derive engagement. So if they had an emotionally relevant need to do this, then they would pay attention. So to further push the engagement, and it looks like it's, I took it off here. I created a leaderboard, and the leaderboard kept track of everyone's achievements. So if students got 100%, this looks familiar, looks similar, but this is actually the installation for Area 154 Apocalypse Division that the Hope Academy Bishkek used for their STEM program. And you'll notice that there's a leaderboard here on the side, and it keeps track of the ranking of the achievements of the agents to encourage them to go a little above and beyond. As a matter of fact, I think there may be a pretty good chance that there's going to be achievements and badges in the system that you're doing, because they're not as fancy as this. However, Moodle does have a badging process, which I think we may investigate. So this is a different site. You'll notice the URL. I don't know if you can see that, but the URL is different right here. I'll drop it down there. See, the URL is different than the one that I was using, which is right there. And I developed this site from scratch pretty much. And then as Randall and I were working through our doctoral programs together, he asked if he could use it. And that worked out because we're studying how this program works with students. And there's a lot of interesting findings. So that right there is the Area 154 thing. And we can get more into, and I'm sure we will, get into the LMS and the functionings of how that system works, and maybe setting up an LMS that is in a site that's on a free site. Now, there's WordPress itself is free. A lot of the plugins are free. But getting a URL like this one here, and you'll notice that there's an Area 154 in all of those. That's because I purchased the Area 154 website name. And I host this with a company that I have to pay a monthly fee to be able to use. There may be a way to do this for free. There will be limitations, but we'll talk about how we can do that in the upcoming sessions. So let's take a look at one more use of the WordPress system to do something a little different.